Hi everyone, welcome to English class. In the previous class, we completed the first unit. Now we start the second unit, Still We Rise. Actually, Still I Rise is a poem by Maya Angelou, an American writer. You learn it in the higher classes. Everybody look at page number 40. Can you see a news report? Read it. I'll read it for you. What's the heading? 10-year-old girl dies of torture by stepmother. Torture means to cause intense suffering to. Abuse. ഉപദ്രവമാണ്. Stepmother means the woman who is married to someone's father but not the real mother. രണ്ടാനമ്മ. Let's read the report. Lucknow, the place where it occurred. A 10-year-old girl surrendered to death at the medical college hospital here on Thursday on being tortured by her stepmother. According to the police, the deceased is Salaka, daughter of Aravind, Indiranagar, Lucknow. Salaka was a student of class 6 of government high school at Indiranagar. She was admitted with serious injuries to a hospital in the city around 6 p.m. on Thursday. The doctors found the parents' explanation unsatisfactory, informed the police. Later, she was shifted to the medical college hospital where she died around 11 p.m. Preliminary medical reports confirmed that the girl had undergone extreme physical torture which resulted in her death. There were several marks on her body. Local residents said that they had informed childline activists about the incident. Everybody got the idea? You understand it? What's a news report about? Some questions are there. You can read it. A, B, C, D. What's the news report about? A 10-year-old girl died. How did she die? Her mother tortured her and killed her. Read this report first, then write the answer in your own words. 3 more questions are there. I'll read it and you should answer it. What is the reason for the girl's death? I think you know the reason. Third one, what would you do if such a thing happened in your locality? നിങ്ങളുടെ നാട്ടിലാണെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുമായിരുന്നു? അതാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. Last question, have you ever come across such incidents in your life? നിങ്ങളുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ സംഭവങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ടോ എന്നാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. If not, you can write no. Look at page number 41, Cinderella. I think everybody knows about the Cinderella story. Now read, some questions are there. Who does all the work at home? What kind of work do you do? Imagine that you have to do all the household work alone. How will it be? Or try to think of such a girl who does all domestic work without having proper food, clothing, etc. Read the story of such a girl. We are going to read the story of Cinderella. I read some questions. I think you got that. നമ്മുടെ വീട്ടിൽ ജോലികളൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. ആരാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഒറ്റയ്ക്കാണോ ചെയ്യുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾ? അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്താൽ എന്താണ്? ആഹാരവും വസ്ത്രമൊന്നും ഇല്ലാതെ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു കുട്ടിയുടെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഗേളിൻ്റെ കഥയാണ് നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. സിൻഡറല്ല. The Cinder Girl. What do you mean with cinder? Cinder means a small piece of partly burnt coal or wood. ചെറിയ കത്തി തീരാറായ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കുറച്ച് കത്തിയ മരക്കഷ്ണം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൽക്കരി. The Cinder Girl. Once upon a time, there was a rich man who lived happily with his wife and daughter. One day, his wife fell sick. Fell sick means here she was going to die. When she felt that her end was drawing near, she called her only daughter near her and said, "Dear child, be good and pious, and God will always take care of you. I'll look upon you from heaven and will be with you." The girl's mom was dying and advised her. What was her advice? What advice did the dying mother give her daughter? I think you can write the answer. There's a word pious. What do you mean by pious? God loving or God fearing? Answer the question, okay? Continue reading. And then she closed her eyes forever. The maiden went every day to her mother's grave and wept, and remained pious and good. When winter came, the snow covered the grave with a white covering. Then the sun came in the early spring and melted it away. Soon Cinderella's father married again. The new wife was proud and unkind woman. What do you mean by this part? She closed her eyes forever. That means she passed away. Who? Cinderella's mother. The maiden. What do you mean maiden? Maiden means an unmarried girl or young woman. Who is unmarried woman here or girl here? Cinderella. What happened next? She went every day to her mother's grave. Grave means a place in the ground where that person is buried. നമ്മൾ tomb എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നത് TOMB. Okay, graveyard. She remained what? Pious and good. അമ്മ ഉപദേശിച്ച പോലെ അവളെന്തായി? Remained pious and good. നല്ല പോലെ ജീവിച്ചു. When winter came, what do you mean winter? മഞ്ഞുകാലം. Winter came. The snow covered the grave with a white covering. അത് മഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് ഗ്രേവ് മൂടിയെന്നാണ്. Then the sun came in the early spring. What do you mean spring? Here spring means the season after winter and before summer. നമ്മുടെ വേനൽക്കാലത്തിനും മഞ്ഞുകാലത്തിനും ഇടയ്ക്കുള്ള ഒരു കാലമാണ് സ്പ്രിങ്. The sun came in the early spring and melted it away. സൺ വന്നു, അത് എല്ലാം മെൽറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് പോയി, ഉരുകിപ്പോയി. Soon Cinderella's father married again. This new wife was a proud and unkind woman. Cinderella's father came back and he married again. The new wife or stepmother of Cinderella was a proud and unkind woman. She was a cruel woman. Here starts Cinderella's misery. Here's a question for you. What happened to the mother's grave when winter came? Winter വന്നപ്പോൾ എന്താ സംഭവിച്ചു? You can answer this. Okay, read the next paragraph. The new wife brought her two daughters along with her. She had two daughters in her first marriage and she brought them. Though they were beautiful and fair in appearance, at heart they were wicked and ugly. The girls were beautiful, but what the problem? They were wicked. Wicked means morally wrong, cruel, bad. And then began what? The evil times for the poor girl. Is the stupid creatures to sit in the same room with us? Asked they. They didn't like Cinderella. Those who eat food must earn it, yes. They should do something for their food. She is nothing but a kitchen maid. They took away her pretty dresses and forced her to put on an old grey one. The two sisters forced Cinderella to wear bad outfit, or you can say unfashionable dress, a ragged or torn dress. They also gave her wooden shoes to wear. Wooden shoes, imagine that, shoes. The sisters laughed at her and sent her to the kitchen. There she was made to do heavy work from morning to night. Get up early in the morning, draw water, make the fire, cook and wash. They asked her to, or forced her to do every single work in the house. In the evenings, she was quite tired after the day's hard work. Who was tired? Cinderella. Why? Because she had to do every work in the house. She had to do all the works in the house. She was quite tired after the day's hard work, and she had no bed to lie upon. She had to rest on the hearth among the cinders. She had to rest on the hearth among the cinders. That means, what do you mean hearth? The floor of a fireplace. അടുപ്പിൻ്റെ അടുത്തുള്ള സ്ഥലം, അതാണ് hearth. She always looked dusty and dirty. as she slept in the cinders. So they named her or called her Cinderella. Two questions are there. Question number 3. Cinderella was ill treated by her stepmother and stepsisters. What could be the reasons? Ill treated means act cruelly. Act cruelly means ക്രൂരമായി പെരുമാറുക. Why did they do so? Answer it. Read the paragraph and you can write it. Question number 4. Why is Cinderella called so? അവിടെ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് അങ്ങനെ വിളിച്ചു? Today's class ends here. You write the questions and answers in your notebook. Okay. Refer the dictionary and write the unfamiliar words and meanings.